All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're getting set for the second half of our doubleheader for you here today. Next up is the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Indianapolis is now a game and a half behind the Steelers in the AFC Central. The Steelers are now 7-6, and the Colts are 5-7. The Colts are still fighting for their playoff lives. The Giants, they come in at 9-3. They are currently 2 games up on the Cowboys in the NFC East, and the Giants are a game behind Seattle for the best record in the NFC. So the Giants, they have plenty of incentive in this game to remain ahead of the Cowboys, and they're trying to catch Seattle for the number 1 seed. Evil Dead got the last game right. He's now 91-65. He's now 26 games over 500.
He's catching up with me.
Yeah, 91-65. I'm writing it down right here. Misty, she's still a million over 500. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And let me take a sip of tea here, as Gracie brought me in some tea. All right, let's head out to MetLife Stadium for this one. The Colts and the Giants here at Jammin' Sports. You are looking live at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the Colts and the Giants. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Interconference matchup. The 5-7 Colts, the 9-3 Giants. Evil Dead's got the Giants in this one. The Colts trying to keep pace with the Steelers in the AFC Central, and the Giants trying to keep at least a 2-game lead on the Cowboys in the NFC East. Colts will get the ball first. Opening kickoff, Brown from the 4-yard line over the 20-25. And Sean Brown brings it out to the 30-yard line. The third-year back out of San Jose State. Kick and Uncle rooting for the Giants. Evil Dead rooting for the Giants. Starting quarterback for the Colts, Hudson Card, the rookie out of Purdue from College Football 25. He was very impressive with the Boilermakers last season. The Colts drafted him in the first round. Colts are at 5-7. They've been struggling as of late. The Colts started 3-0. And they're 2-7 since. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Card in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. Card hands off to Lattimore. And Randall Lattimore, the eldest of the Lattimores, only picks up a yard. Let's take a look at the Indianapolis offense. Up front, Snowden, Hayes, Harris, Perry, and Jones. And then it's Hill, Brown, Lattimore, Stanley, and Sanders. Yeah, he's always got to go against you. Everybody goes against you, Evil Dead, but you know what? You know what you can say to that? You're 26 games over 500. You'll probably get over 30 before the end of the season, before the end of the week. 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. Card hands off to Lattimore, and Randall Lattimore drives forward out to the 40. A gain of 9, and that's going to be an Indianapolis first down. The 8th-year back out of Ole Miss, the eldest of the 3 Lattimores. Sam Tarver on the tackle, the 8th-year safety out of Arkansas. Another cold but sunny day. 42 degrees at kickoff here at MetLife. First and 10 Colts. They got a first down on that drive, on that play. From their own 40-yard line, 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. Card looking. Steps up. Throws outside. His receiver was out of bounds. Incomplete. He was looking for Lattimore. Let's take a look at the Giants' defense. They play a 3-4. Watts, Ayers, and Caldwell up front. Linebackers, Spencer, Sanders, Mixon, and Mills. And then the secondary, Chapman, Tarver, Gibson, and Price. It'll be 2nd and 7. They're actually saying he caught that. I thought it was incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 7. Giants should have reviewed that. Both feet were out. 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line. Card under center. Card. Play action. Pitches to Beasley. And Beasley picks up the first down out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 7. Donovan Beasley, the rookie tight end out of Alabama. 7 yards and an Indianapolis first down. So the Colts have a nice drive going here to start the ball game. Indianapolis, if the Colts lose, they would not yet be eliminated, but they'd be very close. The Giants trying to stay 2 games up on Dallas. First and 10 from the 50-yard line. Card under center. Card. Play action. Card looking. Rolls out. And Card gets taken down at the 47-yard line. Sam Tarver, the safety, came up and made the tackle. A loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. Tarver saw what was going on. He didn't have anybody to cover over here, so he just ran up and took care of Card. Pretty good lick on him, too. .550 and counting here in the first quarter. 2nd and 13 for the Colts. Still the opening drive of the game. Colts come out 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. 2nd and 13. Card hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore picks up 4 out to the 49-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Julius Sanders on the tackle, the 8th-year linebacker out of Connecticut. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Colts from the Giant 49-yard line. Big third down for Indianapolis right here. Colts come out 3 wide to the near side. Card in the shotgun. Card fakes the handoff. Throws deep downfield. Incomplete. Chris Chapman broke up that pass. Number 25, the 8th-year defensive back out of Virginia Tech. It'll be 4th down. Nice play by Chapman. And that'll bring up 4th and 9. The intended receiver was Eric Francis. Coming in to punt, Tony Caban, the 6th-year punter out of Miami. Caban gets the punt away. And that's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Not a bad punt. And that's where the Giants will take over with 4:59 left to play in the first quarter. No score. Starting quarterback for the New York Giants, William Rogers, in his 7th year out of South Carolina. First and 10 for the G-Man at the 13-yard line. Good crowd here on this Friday night, the second half of our doubleheader today. On 1st and 10, Giants come out in the I formation. Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson. And Johnson picks up 6 out to the 19-yard line. Eric Johnson, the 7th-year back out of Duke. On the tackle, number 94, Chris Fordham, in his 7th year out of Oregon, the defensive end. Second and 4 from the 19-yard line. 4 wide for the Giants. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers to Eric Johnson. Gets around the outside. Turns inside. And gets down to the 23. A gain of 4. And that'll be a Giant first down. James Gaddis on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 5th year out of Colorado State. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Giants come out in the eye.
Here we go. 3-19.
Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson as Johnson makes his way out to the 28, again of 5. Let's take a look at the Giants offense. Up front, Barnett, Carter, Rackley, Finch, and Layton. And then it's Collins, Duncan, Eric Johnson, Washington, and Weavers. By the way, only 2 teams have clinched playoff spots so far. The Jets have clinched at least a wild card over in the AFC. And the Seahawks have clinched at least a wild card over in the NFC. The Giants, if they win today, they will clinch a playoff spot. Not the division title yet, but they can clinch at least a wild card. On 2nd and 5, Rogers throws, and it's incomplete. He short-hopped it. Let's take a look at the Colts defense. They play a 4-3. Fordham, McKinley, Coles, and McQuillan up front. Linebackers, Walker, Gaddis, and Phillips. And the secondary for the Colts, Cox, Ransom, Morrison, and Rucker. So a lot to play for the Giants. You can clinch a playoff spot with a win. On 3rd and 5, 4 receivers wide for the Giants. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back. Rogers throws, caught by Collins. And Patrick Collins out to the 28-yard line, but I think they're going to get a penalty. Block in the back. That's going to be on Chris Weavers, the wide receiver. They're going to decline it because he didn't get the first down. Smart move by the Colts. They needed 5. He only got 4 yards. It'd be 4th and 1. So decline the penalty, force the Giants to punt. So both teams will be punting on their opening drives. Tanner Pearson will come on in his 4th year out of SMU. Pearson gets the punt away. From the 20, Sean Brown brings it back to the 24-yard line. And that's where the Colts will have it, 1st and 10. 3:16 left to play in the first quarter. Still no score here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Friday. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Kick and Knuckle in the house. I think Davis is sulking somewhere. His Patriots lost to the Steelers 24-21 the previous game. First and 10 for the Colts. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. Card throws. Caught by Francis. And Eric Francis makes his way. I can't see the yard marker. Out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Colts. I'm sad. Can't play because no Madden NFL 26 and old Jan. Got to get a Switch 2. Yep. They won't be making 20. They're not making games for the PS4 anymore. That is being phased out. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Colts at their own 38-yard line. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore makes his way out to the 39, just a yard. Thomas Watts on the tackle. The 5th-year defensive end out of Kansas. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Colts. 2:25 left in the first quarter. Clock is moving. 3 wide to the near side. Card in the shotgun. 2nd and 9. Card fakes the handoff. Card throws deep and incomplete. They were looking for James Hill. Greg Gibson, great play by the safety. In his 9th year out of North Texas, breaks up that pass. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. The Giants defense, that's what's been winning them games. 4 wide, 3rd and 9. They always seem to come up with a play. Card in the shotgun. Card back. Card throws near side. Caught by Lattimore. Picks up the first down. Out to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 to Randall Lattimore. Making the catch out of the backfield. Picking up the first down for the Colts. 1:55 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. We'll have a doubleheader for you tomorrow. We're tentatively going to schedule that for 7 o'clock Eastern. I do have baseball on the radio tomorrow, but I should be done by then. 1st and 10 from the 49. I'll tell you who plays tomorrow in a second. 1st and 10. 4 wide. Card back. Card dumps it off to Hill. Out to the 44-yard line. James Hill in his 6th year at Louisiana Tech. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Our doubleheader tomorrow will be Philadelphia at Washington and then Baltimore at Detroit. And that'll be at 7 Eastern. 2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line. Card in the shotgun. Card to Lattimore. And Lattimore is going to be piled on. A loss of 4 yards back to the 48-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Julius Sanders led the charge. And they get him for a loss. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Colts. This Giants defense is tough. They swarm to the ball like nobody's business. 3rd and 9 for Indianapolis. 4 wide for the Colts. Card in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Card draws back. Card sets up a screen pass to Lattimore. And he picks up the first down. Giants can't stop the screen. Out to the 29-yard line. A gain of 19. They stop everything else, but not a swing pass. 19 yards, first down Colts. Down to the Giant 29-yard line. The veteran running back in his 8th year out of Ole Miss. Coming over to finally make the tackle, number 21, Randall Joyce, the 5th-year defensive back out of Wyoming. Down to 20 seconds left. Here in the first quarter, no score. 1st and 10 from the Giant 29. Card under center. Card fakes the handoff. Throws. Caught by Stanley. And Kendall Stanley down to the 10. Another gain of 19. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. No score here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. The 5-7 Colts, the 9-3 Giants. No score as we start the second quarter. And as we start the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts at the 10-yard line of the Giants. Let's see where the ball is spotted. It's actually 1st and goal. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun, single back. Card hands off to Lattimore. He gets buried for a 2-yard loss. Julius Sanders comes in and puts the smackdown on him. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 12. Giants are tough in the red zone. Second and goal from the 12-yard line. 4 wide for the Colts. Card under center.
Let's go. Blue landing.
Card, hands off. Nope, play action looking. Throws to the end zone. Back of the end zone, incomplete. James Hill caught it, but he was out of bounds. He was beyond the end line. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 12. Just a bit too far. Third and goal from the 12. 5 wide. Card in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Card draws back. Card looking. Throws. Incomplete. Looking for James Hill again, and that pass was way off. It'll be 4th down. And P.J. Burke will come on. This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt to get the Colts on the board first. Burke from 29. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Colts take a 3-0 lead with 7:21 left in the half. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Who do they play next week? In week 14. Well, let's see. The Giants will be hosting Washington. And Indianapolis will host the Chargers next week. Giants will face the Redskins. And then they play, looking at the schedule here, where are they? They play at Philadelphia after that. And then they finish the season at home to the Vikings. And that could be a big game for the Vikings. You never know. Colts will kick off, up 3-0. P.J. Burke with a kickoff. From the 3-yard line, Patrick Collins over the 15, 20, 25. Collins! Oh, I thought he was going to break it. Tony Kamban, the kicker, slows him up. He gets out to the 39-yard line. Patrick Collins, a nice return. 12th-year receiver out of Georgia. For a moment there, I thought he was going to go all the way. And now the Giants offense comes out, down 3-0. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Kick and Knuckle in the house here at Jammin' Sports on this Friday, the second half of our doubleheader. The Steelers beat the Patriots 24-21. That's in the video section. We'll be posting it to YouTube soon. On 1st and 10, Rodgers in the gun. Rodgers to Eric Johnson. And Johnson will lose a yard back to the 38. On the tackle, Jared Bowles, the rookie out of San Diego State. Evil Dead's been on a tear lately. He's 91-65. He's 26 games over 500. I bet you by the end of week 13 here, he's at 30 wins. You watch. 30 over. 2nd and 11. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers back. Rodgers throws. Diving catch by Collins. Full extension out to the Indianapolis 39-yard line. What a catch. 23 yards. First down, Giants. Just laid it all out in a crowd. Nintendo 80s, PlayStation 90s, Xbox 100, Legends P. Yep. Cheaters. 1st and 10, Giants at the Indianapolis 39-yard line. Giants come out. Rodgers under center.
Green 39. Green 39.
Rodgers back. Looking, throws it out to Collins. He got something positive out of it. A 4-yard gain out to the 35. Make it a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. I thought he was throwing that away at the moment, but he caught it. Coming up to make the tackle, number 22 for the Colts. That's Lathan Ransom, the rookie safety out of Ohio State. You're bored. 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line in the offset eye. Rodgers under center. Rodgers hands off to Duncan. Around the outside, gets the first down. Duncan down the sideline. Finally taken down at the 9. James Duncan, 26 yards First and goal, Giants at the 9. The rookie out of Ole Miss, James Duncan. Nice run from college football 25. A lot of Ole Miss players on these rosters, I've noticed. They got a good program going on down there. First and goal from the 9. Rogers in the shotgun.
Let's go.
Rogers back. Rogers looking. Throws to the end zone a bit too far. Incomplete. He had a receiver in the area. Chris Weavers was in the area. Incomplete. It'll be second and goal from the 9. Colts lead at 3-0. The Giants tried to take the lead here. Second and goal from the 9-yard line. Giants in the I formation. Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson. Turns inside, and Johnson down to the 6, a gain of 3 before being taken down by Lawrence Rucker, the 6th-year defensive back out of Auburn. And that'll bring up third and goal. Third and goal from the 6. 5 wide. Rogers back. Rogers throws. Touchdown. Giants. Leon Robertson. A 6-yard touchdown catch in the front corner of the end zone. The 2nd-year receiver out of East Carolina. What a catch by Leon Robertson. The game should be over by now, if you can find out. And now the extra point by Zach Whitney. The kick is up. And it's good. Nice drive by the Giants. They take a 7-3 lead with 4:37 left to play here in the first half. Here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. No, not the Tigerettes. I need the Tigers, the baseball team. Misty's trying to find out if the Gordonsville Tigers won tonight, because that affects my start time tomorrow on the radio. They should have won. They played a bad team tonight. So now the Giants will kick off. Zach Whitney will kick. This will be fielded 2 yards deep by Brown. Brings it out over the 15, 20, 25. And Sean Brown out to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Colts will take over, 1st and 10. 4.5 minutes left. While I'm calling the game here, let me text the coach and see if they won. I'm texting the coach. Did you all win tonight? First and 10 from the 32-yard line. Oh, he's texting me back right away. Yes, sir, they won. Play at 12 tomorrow. Okay, Lattimore on the carry. And Lattimore out to the 35, a gain of 3. All right, the Gordonsville Tigers won. They'll play East Robertson tomorrow at noon. Cool. Now I've got to text my boss, let him know. 2nd and 8 from the 35-yard line. They pass it out to Stanley, out to the 44. And that'll be a gain of 9. First down, Colts. All right. Pardon me for a moment, guys. I'm texting my boss real quick. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts at their own 44-yard line. 3:40 left to play. Card hands off to Lattimore. Across midfield, and Lattimore, nice game. All the way out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 11. There, I texted my boss. That way he knows. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Giants. So the Gordonsville Tigers baseball team is in the region championship tomorrow. 1st and 10 from the 45. Card up the middle to Lattimore, and Lattimore all the way down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 13. Boy, the Colts, nice drive. Colts on the move. Giants up 7-3. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's been a tight ball game. Kind of low scoring. I thought there'd be more scoring in this one. Card, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Card to Lattimore. And Lattimore is going to be taken down at the 37, a 5-yard loss. Thomas Watts on the tackle. Make it a 4-yard loss. Be 2nd and 14 back at the 37-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Giants lead it 7-3. .220 and counting. On 2nd and 14, Hudson Card under center. Card to Brown this time. Sean Brown juking and weaving, and he stumbles down. He probably would have scored had he not stumbled. Down at the 22-yard line, a gain of 15. Make it a gain of 13, I'm sorry. Be 3rd and inches as we hit the 2-minute warning. Giants up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. 2 minutes left in the first half. The Colts are hanging with the Giants here. It'll be 3rd and inches for the Colts at the Giant 22-yard line. Giants lead at 7-3. The Giants at 9-3. The Colts at 5-7. Colts trying to stay a game behind the Steelers in the AFC Central. 4 wide, Card to the shotgun on 3rd down. Card draws back. Card looking, throws, caught by Sanders. Sanders fumbles and the Giants recover. The Giants have been doing this all season. Making plays on defense, getting turnovers. Dean Sanders coughs it up. Oh, that ball is definitely out. It was Julius Sanders who made the hit. Watch this pop right here. Bam. Actually, it wasn't Sanders. It was Nolan Mixon. Sanders recovered the fumble. But another big play for the Giants defense. They lead the league in turnovers. 1:55 left to play. And now the Giants with a chance to score again before halftime. They have all 3 of their timeouts. As William Rogers will come back out to lead the offense. On 1st and 10, 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Rogers drops back. Rogers looking, throws, caught by Collins. And Patrick Collins breaking tackles, and he's finally down at the 35-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 16. 1:40 and counting. Giants up 7-3, trying to score again before halftime. His knee just hit the ground right there. I thought he was going to keep his balance, but it hits down right there. .136 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Giants now at their own 35. 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Rogers drops back. Rogers throws down the sideline. Caught by Weavers. Perfect pass by Rogers. Hits Weavers in stride. Down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 28 yards. The former Bear, Chris Weavers, in his 6th year out of Florida. He spent 4 years with the Bears, now in his 2nd year with the Giants. Perfect pass by Rogers. Finally tackled by number 27, Aaron Holmes, the rookie out of Iowa. Giants now down to the Colt 37-yard line. 1st and 10, under a minute to play in the half. 5 wide for the Giants, empty backfield. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back. Rogers looking. Rogers throws, caught by Weavers. Down the sideline, Chris Weavers. All the way down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 29. And the Giants take a timeout with 45 seconds left in the half. What a drive by the G-Men coming off that fumble recovery. Marching all the way down to the Colt 8-yard line. Giants still have 2 more timeouts. 1st and goal from the 8. Giants can make this a 2-score game going into half. And the Giants get the ball first in the second half. Think about that. Rogers under center. Everybody in tight this time. Single back. Rogers back. Rogers. Watch out. You don't want to take a sack. Oh, my goodness. Back at the 22. A loss of 14. He's a veteran quarterback. He should have got rid of that. They take a timeout. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 22-yard line. A loss of 14 yards. That happened so fast I didn't see who made the sack. I got my laptop here. Let me watch the play. He's got a 10-second delay on it. The sack was made by number 58 for the Colts. I don't have a 58. Must have been 59. Don Phillips in his 7th year out of UCLA. 2nd and goal back at the 22-yard line. 4 wide. Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Throws downfield. Caught by Weavers. Steps out of bounds at the 8. Well, they get the 14 yards back. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. And Weavers steps out of bounds, saving a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 34 seconds left. Smart play by Weavers. That keeps the Giants with 1 timeout. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Giants come out. Rogers in the shotgun.
Green 39. Green.
Rogers back. Rogers throws. In zone. Collins, touchdown. G-Men. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Patrick Collins, the 12th year receiver out of Georgia. And the Giants go up 13-3. They make it a 2-score game. Nice drive by the Giants, capitalizing off the fumble recovery, marching down the field and getting the touchdown. And now the extra point by Zach Whitney. Snap, kick is up. It's good. Giants lead it 14-3 with 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Live from MetLife Stadium. And with the Giants and the Jets both in first place in their respective divisions, we could see a lot of playoff games right here at MetLife Stadium. Giants are currently the number 2 seed in the NFC, where the Jets are the number 1 seed in the AFC. But they both get first-round byes if the playoffs started today. A Giants-Jets Super Bowl, that'd be something. It could happen. And now Zach Whitney will kick off. From the goal line, Holmes over the 10, 15, 20, 25, and he gets taken out the 28-yard line. Aaron Holmes, the rookie out of Iowa. I don't want to count my chickens a bit too soon because the Seahawks would have something to say about that. The Seahawks are 10-2. They have the best record in the NFC at the moment. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. It's funny, the Jets, Giants, and Seahawks, any combination of those three, they don't play each other in the regular season. Just the way the schedule was. First and 10. Card under center. Card hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Colts take a timeout, 23 seconds left in the half. The Jets' interconference games this season are against the NFC Central. And the Giants' interconference games are against the AFC Central. And the Seahawks' interconference is against the AFC West. And the Giants and the Seahawks, both in the NFC, just not scheduled to play each other this season. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun, 2nd and 6. Card draws back, throws. It's picked off by Julius Sanders. Boy, that Giant defense. I'll tell you what. Brings it back to the 45. And now the Giants with a chance to score again before halftime. At least a field goal. They still have a timeout with 18 seconds. Hudson Card throws the pick to Julius Sanders, the 8th-year linebacker out of Connecticut. I tell you what, if he's not the best linebacker in the league, he's in the top 5. He really is. He's that dominant. William Rogers will come back out. And now the Giants with a chance to score. They need about 15 to 20 yards to get to field goal range. They still have a timeout. I'd try to get a field goal. And then you get the ball first in the second half. Things not looking good for Indianapolis. 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back. Rogers throws outside. Caught by Washington. And he gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of just 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Keith Washington, the tight end, in his 4th year out of Michigan. They still have time to get closer. They have a timeout. They need about 10 yards, to be honest with you, for a decent attempt. Rogers in the shotgun with a back on either side on 2nd and 6 from the Colt 41. Rogers back. Rogers looking. Throws outside. Caught by Washington. Out of bounds at the 37. Stops the clock with 9 seconds left. They don't have to use a timeout. It'd be a 54-yard field goal from here. I would try to get closer. I'd run a quick play and try to get closer. That's what they're going to do since they have the timeout. But you can't take a whole lot of time here. On 3rd and 2 from the 37-yard line, Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Rogers throws quickly to Vickers. And now they'll call a timeout with 4 seconds left. Lawrence Vickers, 5 yards to the 32. And now it's going to be a 49-yard field goal right before half. Nice play by the Giants to get closer. Zach Whitney will come on. It's still going to be a long field goal. Be from 49 yards. But it put the Giants up by 14 going into halftime. Giants currently up by 11, 14-3. And now Zach Whitney from 49 yards. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it. We go to halftime. Halftime score, the Giants 14, the Colts 3, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. We get set to start the second half. The Giants lead the Colts 14-3, and the Giants will get the ball first here in the second half. The Giants at 9-3, 2 games up on the Cowboys in the NFC East. The Colts at 5-7, a game and a half behind the Steelers in the AFC Central. Tony Caban will kick off. From the goal line, Patrick Collins over the 10, 15, 20, 25, and Patrick Collins out to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Giants will have it, 1st and 10. William Rogers will come on out, the 7th-year quarterback out of South Carolina. And now the Giants with a chance to make it a 3-score game if they can get a touchdown. Giants trying to stay 2 games up on the Cowboys. I forget who the Cowboys play this week. Let's take a look. They host Cleveland later on this week. 1st and 10 from the 32. Rogers to Eric Johnson. And Johnson kind of gets turned around and upside down. He'll lose 2 yards back to the 30-yard line. On the tackle there, number 59, Don Phillips, in his 7th year out of UCLA. .740 and counting here in the third quarter. 2nd and 12 for the Giants at their own 30-yard line. They come out 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back. Rogers throws, and it's knocked down by James Gaddis, the linebacker, in his 5th year out of Colorado State. Nice play by Gaddis. They were looking for Patrick Collins. They'll bring up 3rd and 12. We never did look at the Colts' final 3 games. We'll do that right now, or right after this play. 3rd and 12 from the 30-yard line. 3 to the far side. Rogers in the shotgun. Big 3rd down here. Rogers fakes the handoff. Rogers throws deep. And boy, his receiver was way out of bounds. Incomplete to be 4th down. The Giants go 3 and out on that opening drive of the second half. The Colts will host San Diego next week. And then, let's see. Then they play at Miami. Pearson with the punt. And that's going to be fielded by Brown over the 35-40. Sean Brown, nice return. Out to the 42-yard line. And then the Colts end with the Jets at home. So not the easiest of schedule. Hudson Card will come out to lead the offense. The Colts got what they needed, a stop by the defense to keep it 14-3. And now down by 11. The Colts can make it a 1-score game with any type of score on this drive. 7:10 left in the third quarter. I look for the Giants defense to come up with another big play. Card under center. 1st and 10. Card to Lattimore around the outside, and Lattimore gets taken down for a 2-yard loss. Thomas Watts buries him. It'll be 2nd and 12. Tell you what, that Thomas Watts, he's a load. When he barrels down on you, he barrels down on you. Under 7 minutes left now in the third quarter. 2nd and 12 from the 40-yard line. Colts come out 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. Card throws. Caught by Stanley. And Kendall Stanley only gets 5. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Kendall Stanley, the tight end, in his 7th year out of Stephen F. Austin. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Colts at their own 45-yard line, trailing 14-3. Colts come out. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. It's a blitz. Gets it outside. Incomplete. He had Giants in his face. He couldn't complete it. The Colts go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt. 6:11 left to play here in the third quarter. Tony Caban back to punt, gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. And the Giants will get it at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:06 left to play here in the third quarter, here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. We're in the home stretch. We're in December. We're in the December portion of the schedule. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Rodgers under center. Rodgers draws back. Rodgers looking. Throws deep. Caught by Keith Washington. Out to the 33-yard line. The big tight end. 13 yards and a first down. In his 4th year out of Michigan. First down, G-Man. Well, Evil Day got the last game right, and so far he's got this one right. 1st and 10 from the 33. 3 receivers to the near side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers drops back, throws, dumps it off to Washington, and Keith Washington spinning out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 10, and that'll be another Giant first down. Once again tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time, we'll have the Eagles and the Redskins, and that'll be followed by the Ravens and the Lions. Now, if we can do a game earlier, we will. But right now, I'm tentatively set that for 7 o'clock. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Rodgers hands off to James Duncan. And Duncan out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6 on the tackle, number 57. That's DeMarcus Walker, the 5th-year linebacker out of McNeese State. Be 2nd and 6 for the Giants at their own 47-yard line. Giants up 14-3. 4 wide for New York. Rodgers in the shotgun. Hands off to Eric Johnson. Pushes forward down to the Colt 48. A gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. On the tackle that time, Jared Bowles, the rookie out of San Diego State. 3rd and 1 for the Giants now. They're in Indianapolis territory at the 48-yard line. 4 wide. Rodgers under center. Rodgers looking. Throws and incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the Giant drive stalls out around midfield. It'll be 4th and 1. Tanner Pearson will come on to punt. Pearson gets the punt away. And that's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Nice punt by Pearson. It was downed at the 1. It was touched at the 1. I know it went into the end zone, but with Madden 19, it's wherever they touch it first. The NFL should do the same thing. That'd make it interesting. 1st and 10 for the Colts at the 1-yard line with 3:58 left to play here in the third quarter. Giants up 14-3. Got to watch out for the safety now if you're the Colts. And the Giants have that swarming defense. You really got to watch out for the safety here. You got to kind of play it safe. Just inside the 1. Colts come out. Card in the shotgun, living dangerously here. Card hands off to Lattimore, and Lattimore gets a couple of yards out to the 3-yard line. On the tackle, Gerald Mills, the second-year linebacker out of Baylor. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. 3:39 and counting. Card under center on 2nd down. Card hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore out to the 12-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll be Indianapolis 1st down. That gives the Colts some breathing room. 3:18 and counting here in the third quarter. Giants are only up 14-3. It seems like they should be up by more, but that's the score. Colts playing a little bit tougher here in the second half, especially on defense. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Colts come out. Card under center. Card to Lattimore, and Lattimore gets nailed. Greg Gibson comes up from his safety position and puts the smack down on Randall Lattimore, a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line. 2:45 and counting. Here in the third quarter. Card in the shotgun, 2nd and 9. Card throws, caught by Beasley, and Beasley out to the 16-yard line, a gain of 4. Donovan Beasley, the rookie tight end out of Alabama. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Colts from the 16-yard line. Big third down here. On the tackle, Julius Sanders. Who else? He's everywhere. .220 left to play here in the third quarter. 3rd and 6 for Indianapolis. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. Card gets sacked back at the 7-yard line. A 9-yard sack by Gerald Mills, the second-year linebacker out of Baylor. Big sack for the G-men. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Colts will have to punt. Card made a rookie mistake, held on to it too long. It'll be 4th and 15. Tony Caban will come on to punt from his end zone. Caban gets the punt away. This will be fielded at the 43 by Patrick Collins, and he gets taken down at the 46. So the Giants will have great field position at their own 46-yard line. 1st and 10, up 14-3, with 1:37 left to play here in the third quarter. William Rogers comes back out to lead the offense. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Kick a Knuckle in the house on this Friday, the second half of our doubleheader. The Steelers beat the Patriots 24-21 in the game before this. Rogers in the I formation. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson, and Johnson picks up a yard to the 47 before being tackled by DeMarcus Walker. It'll be 2nd and 9. We're late in the third quarter. It was 14-3 at halftime. The Colts defense has stepped up here in the second half. 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers looking. Rogers throws. Caught by Collins. down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 22 yards, Patrick Collins. First down, G-Man. Kicking Uncle, that's right, I forgot. Kicking Uncle's on the witness protection program. He's not here. Adam Cox made the tackle in his 7th year out of Iowa, the defensive back. But it's a first down for the Giants. Giants can make it a 3-score game with a touchdown. First and 10 from the Indianapolis 31-yard line. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Giants come out in the I. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson. And Johnson out to the 28. The Colts have done a good job of stifling the Giants' running game. Eric Johnson only has 24 yards. DeMarcus Walker on the tackle there. It'll be 2nd and 7. Four wide for the G-men. Rogers under center. Rogers drops back. Rogers throws, caught by Weavers, and Chris Weavers out to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8, and that'll be a first down. And that will do it for the third quarter. Giants up 14-3 here at Javin Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. We go to the fourth quarter. Giants lead the Colts 14-3. It'll be 1st and 10 for the G-Man at the Indianapolis 20-yard line. Giants defense has played lights out today, holding Indianapolis to just 3 points. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Giants come out in the I. Rogers under center. Rogers to Duncan this time. And Duncan fumbles, but Rogers is right there to pick it up. James Duncan got the ball ripped away from him, but William Rogers, the quarterback, was right there to fall on it. Giants dodge a bullet. That was ripped out of there by Carlos Fordham, the 7th-year defensive end out of Oregon. It was a nice play by Fordham, but the Giants are fortunate that Rogers was right there. Saves their drive. It'll be 2nd and 11 back at the 21, a loss of a yard. Giants come out 4 wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back. Rogers throws, dumps it off to Eric Johnson. Out to the 13, a gain of 8. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Eric Johnson, the 7th-year back out of Duke, out of the backfield. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 from the 13-yard line. Big third down for the G-men. They come out 5 wide, empty backfield. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back, throws, dumps it off to Keith Washington, the tight end. A gain of 5. They pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Giants at the Indianapolis 8-yard line. The 4th-year tight end out of Michigan, Keith Washington. James Gaddis, the linebacker, on the tackle. First and goal, Giants at the Colt 8-yard line. 6:39 and counting. In the I formation, Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to Duncan up the middle, and Duncan down to the 1-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and goal. Coming up to make the tackle, Lathan Ransom, the rookie out of Ohio State. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Giants trying to put this one away right here. 5 wide. Rogers in the shotgun. 2nd and goal. Rogers back. Rogers looking, throws, and throws it away. Incomplete. Couldn't find a receiver open. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. .603 left. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. The Giants come out in the I. Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to Duncan. He slips through and in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by James Duncan, the rookie out of Ole Miss. And the Giants go up by 3 scores, 20-3. With 5:59 left. They're up by 17 at the moment. Nice drive by the G-Man. I think the Giants have this one. The Giants are going to be 10-3. They're going to clinch at least a wild card. A win clinches a wild card for them today, at least a wild card. They can still win their division. Zach Whitney for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Giants lead at 21-3 with 5:59 left to play. MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Giants can be the 3rd team to punch a playoff ticket. They'll clinch at least a wild card with a win, just like the Seahawks have done already, and the Jets. The Jets can win the AFC East later this week if they beat the Bills. They'll wrap up the division. That's the Sunday night game, by the way. Zach Whitney will kick off. About 7 yards deep. Sean Brown will take a knee, touchback. And the Colts will have it at the 25-yard line. So you're down by 3 scores with just under 6 minutes to play. What do? The rookie quarterback, Hudson Card, that's what he's faced with for the Colts. Down by 18. They've got to score 3 times in 5:59. Card in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Lattimore goes out in motion as a receiver. Card draws back. Card throws, caught by Sanders. And Dean Sanders, 8 yards, make it 7 out to the 32-yard line and bring up 2nd and 3. Dean Sanders in his 4th year out of Oregon State. The Colts, they did it again. Last year, they started 4-0 and then lost 10 in a row. This year, they started 3-0 and they're 2-7 since, about to be 2-8. They get off to a good start and then just nosedive. 2nd and 3. Card back. Card throws a swing pass to Lattimore, picks up the 1st down. Randall Joyce is right there for the tackle. It's a gain of 4, 1st down Colts. First and 10 from the 36-yard line. Card in the shotgun, 4 wide. Card draws back. Card, that hit his offensive lineman. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 4:57 left. I'm going to type out a web address here. If y'all want to listen to this baseball game tomorrow that I'm calling, we stream it online. It'll be at 11:30 my time. It'll be 12:30 Eastern. Or 12:45, I'm sorry. 12:45 Eastern is when we go on the air. Card, 2nd and 10 to Stanley. Out to the 38, a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down. The Gordonsville Tigers baseball team is playing in their region championship game tomorrow against East Robertson. They can wrap up the region title tomorrow. We'll have it on the air. When you go to that website, it'll say listen AM or listen FM. It's going to be on the AM station tomorrow. So you want to click on the AM. Click on AM. Unfortunately, we're not able to air it on the FM tomorrow. We have something else scheduled. 5 wide, 3rd and 8. Card in the shotgun. Card back. Card throws, cut. Oh, Gibson picks it off for the Giants. Gray Gibson. I tell you what, this Giant defense comes up big game after game after game. If you go back and look at the 3 losses that the Giants have, in all 3 games, their defense did not have a turnover. And so far, in all 10 games they're going to win, they've had at least 1 turnover. The Giants live and die by their defense, and the defense is playing great today, as Gibson, the safety, makes the play in his 9th year out of North Texas. And now the Giants can put the exclamation point on this one. Now, we don't turn on the stream until the game starts because we can't stream music. You need an extra license for that. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Rogers hands off to Duncan up the middle, and James Duncan out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. On the tackle, number 59, Don Phillips, in his 7th year out of UCLA. However, my boss may put something on that's not music ahead of time. So we'll just have to wait and see. He has to run the board tomorrow. 2nd and 1 from the 34-yard line in the I formation. Duncan up the middle, and Duncan out to the 27, a gain of 7. First down, Giants. I kind of get the feeling the Giants are going to win this game. It's just a feeling I have. Giants are going to be 10 and 3. They'll clinch at least a wild card. They'll be 2.5 games on the Cowboys. Cowboys play Cleveland later on this week. Giants still rolling, trying to win the division again this year. Eric Johnson out to the 23-yard line, a gain of 4. The Giants won the NFC East last season, trying to go 2 for 2. The season before that, the Redskins won the division. They're trying to win it for the 2nd season in a row. 2nd and 6 from the 23-yard line. The Giants were one and done last season. They lost to the 49ers in the divisional round. Rogers play action, throws, caught by Whitney. And Whitney 5 to the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. That's TJ Whitney, the rookie tight end out of Montana. Be 3rd and 1 from the Indianapolis 18-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here. And there it is. Giants up 21-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. The Giants have this one well in hand. They're up 21-3 on the Colts. The Giants defense has played lights out. They've held the Colts to just 3 points. The Giants have forced 3 turnovers, capitalizing off 2 of them, trying to make it 3 for 3 if they score on this one. 3rd and 1 from the 18-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun.
Here we go. 3-19.
Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson, picks up the first down. Johnson out to the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. Davis in the house. And the Colts are not even calling a timeout. They know the game's over. The Colts are going to drop to 5-8. And they'll be on the edge of the cliff facing elimination next week. They host the Chargers next week. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun. 1:17 left. Rogers looking. Rogers throws. Oh, it's nearly picked off by James Gaddis. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Gaddis couldn't hold on. And that'll stop the clock with 1:14 left. Oh, he hit him right in the hands. Right in the bad spot. A 1:14 left. Tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, unless I say otherwise, it'll be the Eagles and Redskins and the Ravens and the Lions. 2nd and 10 from the 13. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson. A flag is down. Johnson trying to get outside. This one's coming back. Well, the Giants are up 21-3 and the crowd is booing.
Holding offense.
On Tim Layton. That'll back up the Giants 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 18. It happened 2 yards downfield. If it happens beyond the line of scrimmage, it's a spot foul. That's why it's 2nd and 18, not 2nd and 20. 1:08 left. Giants will probably still get a field goal out of this. Rogers in the shotgun, 2nd down. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson, right up the gut. The Giants are just trying to eat up time. That'll be a gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 10, under a minute to play. The Colts aren't even trying to stop the clock. They know they've lost. The Giants will take a 2.5 game lead on the Cowboys. Cowboys play the Browns later this week. We'll probably have the Cleveland-Dallas game on Sunday for you. In the offset eye, we're down to 25 seconds. Rogers to Duncan. And James Duncan down to the 8. And if they're not going to call any more timeouts, we don't need to snap it anymore. And the Giants, congratulations to them. They clinch a playoff spot. They'll be at least a wild card. Now they can concentrate on winning the division and getting home field advantage if they can. The Seahawks still have a half-game lead in that department. The Giants going to try a field goal at game's end. No, they don't. Time expires. Your final score, the Giants 21, the Colts 3. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.